No matter how much your feelings of self-preservation fought for your legs to stop moving. No matter how much fear and adrenaline shot through your body, something compelled you to march forward. It was almost an alluring, tingly feeling. Wisps of teal swirled from your legs to your very being, pulling you closer and closer to this master of everything. You remember the Legend Crackers episode where they briefly mentioned the religious rumor. Those who gazed upon the face of God went mad. But mad with what exactly? The being was shorter than you had originally thought, towering at 6.5... well, he's 6? I'm sorry. I'm just stuttering so much. He appears as a mass of grayish silver fur. Cyan lit his face up ever so slightly, save for the deep black slit of a pupil that seemed to pierce your very soul.
Your thoughts are making too much noise, child. Not to mention...
Zielo, you look so unamused.
Do not interrupt me.
Is it because I'm stuttering?
Not to mention, your free will appears to be quite high. Allow me to adjust it as such.
Oh no!
Master! I can't save! What the... Master!
A piece of your very soul seems to burn with an agonizing pain. The longer this beast stared at you, your body was trembling, his rich cyan aura pulling you closer before stopping you a small distance away from himself.
A pathetic shut-in. Columns of chocolate milk. Seems to have nothing better to do than to play a game with God.
I can't believe we stuck with that name.
But I think it's a really nice name.
Funny. I thought of the pests called you Gigi. Now where would that name have come from?
Oh, it's probably because I'm using, Creator's computer. That must be it. I think.
Of course the Creator would have a hand in this game.
I am not surprised.
I'll make sure to eradicate the Creator later.
Zielo, you don't have to eradicate everything.
You creatures always did have a knack for trying to be something you are not.
God's presence brushes against you with the force of a blizzard. You feel numb just being near him? You're not sure. It doesn't matter. Seems the God is quiet again. You don't know what you can say that won't anger the cyanide deity. It was then that you suddenly remembered. The items! The things from the very beginning. You knew there was a reason for them being on your bed mysteriously. Gods like offerings anyways, right?
Careful, my prey. If you dare offer your God something of value, I may just reject it.
Right. He can hear your thoughts. Of course. Of course he can. He's God after all.
You could say that again. I mean...
And now you have to worry about his wrath again. Taking a deep breath, you pick...
Oh dear.
Oh, how about we offer the flower?
Okay.
You timidly pick up the rare purple snapdragon and offer it to your god. But before it could even make it to his hand, it shrivels up and dies.
What? What did you do to the flower? Copy!
I just wanted to... Well, I was just handing it to him and it just kind of disappeared. Or just died. I don't know. Zielo rose a brow before glaring at you with a rage that bubbled through you.
not good.
You curl into yourself as his anger tore through your entire body. It felt like you were being frozen alive. With a timid voice, you apologize with, "Oh, wow, that's a lot of choices.
Oh. Please choose wisely.
Well, I think the first one would be pretty reasonable." Whoa! Oh no! Oh! Looks like I made Zielo even more angry than normal, huh?
They closed the game! Luckily, he only destroyed one save file. Let's go back. Nestor, are you doing well?
You are testing my anger.
So, I'm assuming we still offer Nestor the flower, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Now what?
Well then, I would say the second one. I don't think Zielo would really like it by saying... Oh! Oh my gosh! What?
I don't like this.
There's no way! There's no way! We really have to tell him to be silent? That's the one thing I thought we shouldn't
No! We have to be silent!
do. Or... Oh... Right! I'm sorry. Well, I guess apologizing's not really working, huh? Fine, let's just...
Apparently.
You don't have anything to say. You thought he would like a rare flower when snapdragons die. The flowers look like tortured souls after all. But Master knows best. He disintegrates your gift, clearly displeased. You're on thin ice now. You have those creatures' eyes. The ghosts in Eason I saw.
You made Master even more angry!
You feel a violent shock of energy course through your muscles, beckoning your body to fall to your knees before the higher being. I think we made him even more angry than normal. Your chest tightened, everything quivered, a fear response you couldn't control. You just couldn't find the strength to rise.
You dare compare your god to those disappointing worms? I bless them with my eyes. They are made in my image. But you are below them, the dirt surrounding them. How about I do all living creatures a favor and clean it? I have eradicated entire settlements for lesser insults made by your kind, and I do not see a reason to keep you living longer.
Oh man, God's going to murder you. That's what you thought, at least. This is the murder of me. That's what ran through
Oh
my mind.
my god! My goodness. Sorry, God.
Or shouldn't you say, "Oh my Zielo"? That's what ran through your mind. You couldn't move or do much else. Looks like I gotta watch what I gotta say again.
Wisely.
Well, I know my brother would probably say the second one.
Yes, he would, wouldn't he?
He would.
It's true that I didn't mean to upset him. How about the third one?
Yes.
He parts his lips in a bored, disgruntled slouch. I mean, at least you are dead. Still, something about the energy that surrounds him gives you a bad vibe. You must have said something wrong. You had to find a way for him to let you back up before you end up like 83. Uh-oh, that's not good. But what would you say? This god is so quiet, so unnerving.
So beautiful! Sorry.
I am starting to enjoy this.
The mere sight of him makes you feel as if your very blood is boiling with such a violent coldness. You take a long look at the cold ground below yourself as you lift your head back up to him.
Oh dear.
With a meek voice you say, "Well, seeing that his hair reminds me of clouds, let's go with the first one."
Well, he answered.
Oh, he spoke to you? I mean, that was a start. But you felt another surge of power course through your body. It almost stung. It burned like a body-wide itch you didn't want to scratch. So deep you feared you'd tear your skin or muscle to get to it. Such a strange feeling. That hatred that bubbled in your stomach earlier for this? Glorious higher being.
Oh, no. You need to say it like I do. This glorious higher being.
Oh, okay, glorious higher being.
There! We can make you a solace yet.
Oh, has fled you. Now when you glanced up at his face, you only felt this faint feeling of
What?
adoration, even the inklings of passing infatuation. Being enamored? You feel as if something is being taken from you, stolen. Even though he wasn't showing it, you couldn't help but feel that underneath his pouty lip and brooding eyes, he was being a smug little something. Huh. Smug? No, that wasn't the word for him. Superlative. Exquisite. Why were you suddenly finding him more and more bearable? Why did you suddenly find the thought of being around him? Uh-oh, he's probably expecting an answer. But what do I say?
Be careful. Copy of God.
Wow, okay, that's a lot of text. Huh. Let's go with the second one. Oh no, it's like a jump scare!
I thought we were gonna die again.
He was doing something. He had to. Some sort of voodoo? Godly powers. Well, he was a god, but something more along the lines of a personality adjustment? Oh man, this is really nerve-wracking. It sounded crazy, but there were many cryptids and beasts that did it. Wendigos... Duende? Did I say that right?
Wendigos.
Oh, right. Why couldn't a god? You felt the tight hold on your muscles loosen, almost as if you were no longer frozen in place. Trembling, you stumble over your words and say, well, let's say, Master, please allow me to leave? Well, I asked nicely. Oh no! Oh no!
Not again! Why do you keep killing us?
Oh, I'm sorry, it's not
Happy?
intentional. Maybe he's killing us with kindness.
Hang on. I have to go through all this again.
Tell me.
So what are you supposed to do?
My lord is without you I am nothing.
Exactly!
Sorry, I guess I was just kinda... My mind's kinda racing at the moment.
Foolish mortal.
There was silence again. The atmosphere in the room wasn't as weighted. Those eyes were cold and brooding, yet felt no different at the same time. Those godly eyes admittedly were beyond beautiful, truly elegant. Debonair? Stunning. You wonder why such a breathtaking being was even on Mobius to begin with. Wait, were you even on Mobius? His eyes bore into you, seeming to steal everything from your mind. Almost as if he was feasting on your memories. Oh, that sounds a little You digress, forcing your thoughts to quiet down.
Ooh, now this is what Master did to me before I became his.
Master, those beings, those ghosts, do they have a name?
They are my souls. Do well to remember that title.
I think that's one thing I'll definitely remember. You nod at this demand before speaking up again. God, Words fail to come to you the more you gaze upon him. He's quiet now. Perhaps you can start asking him some things? Master, there was a book. Huh. Only one choice. Okay. Well, chocolate milk. Master. He raises a brow in curiosity as you speak up. There is a book I was reading. It had these strange symbols on it. There were pages that were torn out, and part of the page was burned. Is there a reason for that?
You assume that your god is responsible for the panic and outlash of that worthless city.
He puts it so matter-of-factly. No, I'm not assuming, the symbols in the book kept the same triangle that is carved into your cave walls. Oh, sorry. And the only page left in that book was one labeled youngest.
Are you attempting to ask a question or make a connection?